gentlemen, we got Crooked Eye in the building.
Hey. How y'all doing?
Let me tell you, we was in Florida this weekend. We was in Florida this weekend, and I kept looking at him. I said, 9 a.m. your time, 9:30, going back. And you know, my brother right here, he lived through all the time zones, because every time you see Crook, he's overseas, he's here, he's there. You know, shout to Hip Hop DX in the building. Get Bars apps. Y'all definitely got, that's Instagram's app. Y'all gotta go over there and rap. But Crook, what's up, man? You got an album dropping. I wanted to ask him so many questions when I was with him. I said, I'm going to just wait until we get here. And
you are the talk of the town.
Well, I didn't want to ask that. Wait, can we start? Can we start with my one question? Wait. I wanted to ask about Snoop buying Deathrow. That's what I had wanted to ask about, because when we were together, I wanted to ask you, like, yo, because I know that's where your career started. That's when you and I had first got introduced to each other. You were still on Deathrow.
Right. Yeah, nah, that's a big move. I really, you know, that he has the catalog and that he has, you know what I mean, the brand and all that. It's full circle. It's fitting, you know what I mean, for his career journey to come all the way back 360 and be able to own the company that, you know, he helped build, the house he helped build. You know, now he got the deed to that house. And I just think that is dope. And I see that he's in the NFT world. You know, he's hanging around with Gary Vee and people that are real smart in that space. I just think it's a beautiful thing, and I think we need more moguls over here on the West. I know the East, y'all get to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like I know we get to it, but I feel like, you know, when I think that we need some names from the West Coast that we can add with the hip hop moguls. You know what I mean? And I think he just solidified that. So I'm really proud of that, man. Plus, he's from my city, Long Beach. You know.
So I need to get into this days, because this is my guy. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about MySpace days. So, like, Crook, I want to know, like Crook, because, you know, so weird. I bring all my friends up here on the shows, and I get to ask them questions that I don't ask on the text message or on the phone, because I just feel like it's weird. But, like, how did you get your start into the music industry? Like, how did you start doing music? This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to pursue.
I was born into it. You know what I'm saying? My mom was a songwriter. And, you know, she lived a life of ups and downs. Sometimes it was good. Sometimes she was a struggling artist. And she used to tell me that she put headphones on me, on my her stomach when she was pregnant with me. You know what I mean? So I was just born into a musical household. You know what I mean? And it just made sense. It's the family business, you know, to be in the music business. And you know, I started doing my thing, freestyling, getting my buzz up. We worked the corners, you know, getting your mixtape covers pressed up at KxngCrooked and Staples, you know what I mean, and all this other stuff, and trying to get, you know, out the trunk vibes, you feel me, and hitting up all the talent showcases and doing battles and doing ciphers and just trying to explode with the talent on the scene and spit for anybody who would listen, you know what I'm saying? And that's basically how I got my start. It's just really from the ground up, organic, grassroots, and coming from a family that was already, you know, loving the music business.
Now, I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea about me. Please, ladies and gentlemen, do not take this the wrong way. But the West Coast artists sometimes are not known for lyricism. There's very select few. It's like, yo, this guy's nice. This guy's nice, like you and Jag, and that's why people love the game, because sometimes people are different. What's up, Bishop Conti? But like you, even today, Bab's like, oh, you on the record with Crooked. I hope he ain't beat your ass on it. So how did it come from? You know, like the East Coast is normally. The East Coast is normally known for lyricism. So how was it for being out there and doing your thing to not being known with your pen, which is absolutely crazy?
Yeah, thank you very much. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. Yeah, it was a hard ride. You know what I mean? It was a hard ride trying to get even some of my own homies like, yo, you making it hard on yourself with all these, with, you know, stick it to your craft like that. You need to dumb it down, man. You could be the biggest thing moving on the West Coast, man. If you just, you know what I mean, make some songs that, you know, people don't got to think when they listen to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was hard for me in my own, you know, just locally. So it's a tough road. And I see a lot of these lyricists coming up on the West Coast right now, and they having the similar challenges, you know. I was really punching though, like, yo, we gonna get the world to understand that the West Coast got bars, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
We gonna
man.
keep going, we not gonna stop, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't care if I gotta go to France, Germany, Italy, Japan, I'm gonna break the stage in half, you know what I mean? Like, that was my mentality, like, we gonna show them. But what it was is we had our own culture. We had the Good Life Cafe, you know, where Ava DuVernay, she filmed her first documentary about that cafe. It was a freestyle spot, a historic spot in California in LA called the Good Life Cafe. We had Project Blowed over there in Leimert Park. These were all places where people came and freestyle bars, you know what I mean? Whether you was in a gang, you was a dope dealer, you was a college student, you was a high school student, you came to break down bars when you went to Leimert Park, you went to the Good Life Cafe. Talib Kweli said he caught a Greyhound bus all the way out here to California just to go to the Good Life Cafe because he heard about it, you know what I mean? Like, this was where the culture was buzzing, but that's not where the mainstream was buzzing. Hollywood wasn't looking at those lyricists and those spitters. Hollywood was looking at those guys who was, you know what I mean, saying something that was easier to digest, you know, I could understand this quicker, it's no problem. And, you know, the gangster shit, I'm hopping out my phone with my Chuck Taylors, it's palm trees, it's broads all around, I'm blowing on a good bag.
Hey,
I mean, that's a vibe, you know what I'm
out
saying?
there.
That's a
Hey,
vibe.
hey.
You can't deny that's a vibe. So, you know, we saying the same thing, but we just saying it with syllables and metaphors, you know what I'm saying? But it was just, Hollywood chose to put that on a bigger platform. Record labels chose to put that on a bigger platform. And it was a little tougher for guys like myself, Raz Cash, you know what I mean? And, you know, the Bishop Lamonts and all of the people breaking down bars, you know, until people like Farside hit the scene, you know, and showed the West Coast through a different lens. You know what I mean? People like Hieroglyphics, you know what I mean? You know, 93 Until, you feel me? So it's like, it took time. We kept chipping away. And, you know, by the time I made it to New York, I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to move out here. They love this shit.
How'd you get linked up with Deathrow? Like, how did that situation happen? I mean, I know it's the biggest label on the West Coast. I know that it's like maybe inevitable, but how did that happen with you guys?
Basically, you know, being from Long Beach, I was blessed. I didn't even know how blessed I was, you know what I mean? Because I'm just moving around. I'm a poor kid, you know, I'm 18, 17 years old, and I'm just moving around the city, you know, doing whatever I can to come up. I was homeless at the time and all this other shit. So I was blessed though, because just from being in this from Long Beach, me and Snoop and all these other guys, we either knew each other or we had mutual friends. So I was able to go into the studio at a young age and watch Snoop and the Dog Pound put together classics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, now
like,
Corrupt is nice. Now Corrupt, you from Philly, so I'll let you claim the West Coast. You're definitely an East Coast guy, but go ahead.
Yo, Corrupt, man. Wait, we gotta say California. You know what I mean?
All right, fine,
you know
fine.
You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, he did get some of, you know, his razzle-dazzle over here,
He definitely
too.
got the action. But, one of the nicest. I watched Corrupt freestyle for hours. One of the nicest ever.
Corrupt is a beast, man. And, you know, peace to Corrupt, because he was one of the guys who gave me my first shot. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, so basically, you know, I was around, you know what I'm saying? And I was in those sessions. And I was simultaneously making my own name on the streets, you know what I mean? And doing what I was doing with the raps and whatever. And one day I was on Virgin first. That was my first record deal. I was on Virgin. You know what I'm saying?
I know about that.
Called New Tribe. Yeah, I was only there shortly. Somebody started embezzling and everybody got kicked off the label. But yeah, I went to Death Row because Suge was in the penitentiary at the time. He was serving that 6-year stint that he had, you know what I mean, for the Pockets incident in Vegas. And they kept on telling him, Crook the hottest one. You know what I mean? So it was like, all right. So, you know, I went up to the to Mule Creek prison facility to go sit with Suge, you know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
And you know, me and Suge talking. He at this point in his incarceration, he could have like visits where we could sit at the table together now, you know, contact visits, you know what I mean? So we sat at the table and he's like, yo, I heard you the hottest on the streets right now in the West. And I'm like, well, shit, if you like it, I love it, you know what I mean? Hey. So it's all good, you know what I mean? Like, and he's like, yo, I could get you on the Billboard charts. I can get you Grammy nominations. I can get you touring the whole world. You know what I'm saying? You ready to put that Deathrow chain on? You know what I mean? And I'm like, listen, dog, I came from nothing. I'm tired of risking my neck out here on these corners. Nigga, throw me that chain, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, yo, let's do it. We talked about contract and deal, you know, terms during prison visits. I would go up there and go see him, and we would talk about the deal terms and the things of that matter. And, you know, we knocked it out. And thank God I had a mentor, you know what I mean, who was an attorney, you know. So I didn't get jerked because my mentor was an attorney, you know what I mean. And he was Elijah. Shout out to Elijah, you know what I mean, from the Jordan Downs projects and Watts, went all the way to USC Law School. It made it happen. You feel me? Yeah, he was my mentor. He would go over contracts with me even before anybody was interested in me. He just was like, somebody gonna try to holler at you, Crook. You know what you're doing. So you need to understand this and understand that. And that mentorship, you know, got me through the doors. And I signed with Deathrow, and it was on. Everything that you could think of was popping. Whatever you think, it was that. Probably times 10. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I know that had to be an amazing feeling to you know, to do that, to go on tour with everybody, just to be around a lot of the greats. I can imagine. Like, what was one of the biggest shows that you did, or one of the biggest venues where you went and was like, oh shit, I'm on now?
We did Slane Castle in Ireland. It was 80,000 people there. We did that with M. You know what I'm saying? And you know, to look out in the crowd and see 80,000 people, it's so many people out there that they got like 4 jumbotrons on stage. They got one east, west, north, and south. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just showing the artists on stage, because the people in the back can't see nothing. And to hear them, you know, screaming like you standing next to an airplane engine, you know, that energy is crazy. You know what I mean? And you overseas, you're on stage, you living your dream, and people are reciprocating your energy. It was crazy. That was one of the biggest. I mean, we did Japan, we did Korea, you know, we did Australia, we did Canada, you know what I mean? We did New Zealand. You feel me? Like,
Amazing.
Man, this hip hop culture has taken me around the world so many times, and it's given me so much that I couldn't even fathom not giving something back to it. You feel me?
Yeah, I want to link you with Mims as well, because I know that you're involved with, you know, just the future of hip hop, and you've always been a pioneer. You've always been forward thinking. So, you know, Mims just text, you know, and I definitely want to link y'all, man. It's so much that, you know, we could do with everything.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. I'm with it.
Somebody just asked in the comments, because as a solo artist, we know that you are, you know, part of a situation, but as a solo artist, somebody's just asking the question if Snoop, like, yo, hey bro, come home. Would you entertain the thought? Would you entertained the thought? Or what do you feel about the new Deathrow?
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I got my own company, Circle of Bosses. That's what I've been, you know, we established that in 2004.
That hat was fire too. I didn't get one. I need one of those hats, but go ahead.
Hey, well, you know, we this the velvet joint, suede joint, I mean, but you know, come on now, you know, we got to wear our own brands. We putting too much money in these high designer people's pockets and all that. We got to start wearing things that we have equity in. But anyway, yeah, if Snoop was like, yo, you know, come back, if the deal is right. And when I say deal, I don't mean an artist deal. Look at me, I got grays in my beard. The artist deal, I'm far removed from doing artist deals. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It would have to be some sort of joint venture, you know, it would have to be some sort of ownership involved for my company, you know what I mean? It'd have to be some sort of ownership involved for me when it comes to the masters. And yeah, I would definitely do, because listen, man, Snoop, if it wasn't for Snoop, dog, half of Long Beach, it would have been real rough for Long Beach City to get into the I would say the business of rap music. You know what I'm saying? Snoop Dogg kicked that door open so far, so wide.
Kicked it off.
Hey, look, let me tell you.
All right.
That dude, when he got on, and he first of all, he creeped with me when I crawled through the hood, and he acting the black Mr. Snoop Beast,
right?
The dust, it's a bus fuck.
187.
We like, wait a minute.
I was like, who is this guy?
yeah, who is this with the what? That's Doggy Dog. That's Whoopty Whoop. Oh man, you all hype and shit, right? So you like, damn, and the song is stupid. The deep cover beat crazy. And all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
187 on the undercover, and he talking that talk. Yeah. So we like, all right, yeah, we love this. Boom, he come back with the, the chronic drop, and he just making these guest appearances that are historic.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And all that. Talk to
2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Doggy Dog. It's like, damn. Yeah, man. So it's like
back on up.
Before I have to rip shit up. He didn't like the full first, so I could bust like a bubble.
Talking and long beats together, so we in trouble because they nothing but a DJ, baby. Hey.
Yo, Crook, I ain't even gonna lie to you. We do the show, and I'm able to see who's coming in the building, who's not. The blue checks. I try to shout people out, but the day it was our first show back. January 3rd, and when I seen Snoop Dogg join. Now normally, you're on Instagram, you might have somebody say Crooked Eye 459. You know what I'm saying? Or you might have Brooklyn Babs 333. So it's not them. So we had a guest on here and everything. I saw Snoop Dogg. I went in there and I said, "That's the real Snoop Dogg." I don't even think I told the young lady goodbye. I said, "Boom, ladies and gentlemen, we got Snoop Dogg in the building." You know what I mean?
Hey,
and
man.
I told Crook that. I said, "Hey, you guys show up 9:30 a.m. You got no excuse. The biggest pot smoker in the world, Snoop Dogg, he was up. So whoever's on the West Coast, they can never give me no excuse. Hey, man, Snoop came on. All right, fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we definitely appreciate you, getting up, because I know that you guys got a lot going on. It's very busy. You got an album dropping. I want to talk about whatever you want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to stick with the album, because everything is everywhere else, I'm cool with that too. Tell us about the new album.
March 11th, which is, I guess, Friday. Damn.
Okay, Friday.
Coming out this Friday, you know what I'm saying? It's called The Rise and Fall of Slaughterhouse. And what it is it's like an audio documentary in my eyes of my perspective and Joel Ortiz's perspective of the things that happened while we were the group Slaughterhouse. You know what I'm saying? Now, I just needed some closure from the situation because...
Wait. Can we open it up? Before we
open it up.
Can we open?
Yeah.
How did Slaughterhouse come about? Because that is 4 of the most amazing lyricists that I know of. In my opinion, Royce is better than M. But hey, that's me. So you guys, you have 4 of the best lyricists. How did the group come about?
Okay, the group came about with there was a joint that Joe wanted to do, he wanted to do a posse cut, so to speak. And he had Royce on there and Joel and Nino Bless, you know what I mean? And he wanted somebody from the West Coast to be on the joint. So Nino Bless told him, "All right, I'll see you in a minute." Nino Bless told him, you need to get Crook on there. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Nino Bless.
Shout out Nino Bless, So, I was breaking shit down over here on my side of the map, and Joe was like, "For real?" I guess, and Nino Bless sent him some stuff, and Joe was like, "Damn, I've been sleeping on Crook," you know what I mean? And he was like, "Can he turn it around in 24 hours?" So Nino called me, and he was like, "Yo, I want you to get on this joint with Royce, me, Joel Ortiz, and Joe. It's for Joe Budden's project." I'm sitting in the range thinking, man, I'm going to have to fire at Joe Budden and Royce, man. You know what I'm saying? They taking too much oxygen up with this lyricist conversation. I'm already like, man, because my little brother came up to me, Luck, and was like, "You got to listen to the bar exam from Royce." Yeah. And I listened to the bar exam, and I was like, damn, he's spitting fire. Yeah. I'm like, nah, man, I'm trying to corner the market on this fire-breathing shit right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting in the range like, nah, this ain't happening. I'm finna fire on these fools. And then when the call came, it was like, oh, well, I guess it's better to team up than to start. You know what I'm saying? Doing some bullshit, get on some bullshit. So I did the song. Long story short, the song was called Slaughterhouse. And, the fans enjoyed it a lot because each of our fan bases came together to celebrate the song. You know what I mean? And that's what made us say, well, hey, let's do another song. You know what I mean? And one song became another song, and the fans formed a group. So we like to say, well, I like to say the fans are the 5th member of Slaughterhouse.
fire. And now I know that when I'm around other people, like let's say that I know that somebody else is in the room, you know, still sharp and still. So when writing songs with everybody, do you feel like you guys all sharpened each other lyrically? Because I know that listening to the album, you guys just go crazy with it. So do you feel like being with those guys definitely stepped your pen up?
Absolutely. You know, it took my pen into another area because, you know, on my own, I was more talking, I was like a street lyricist. You know what I mean? Talking about street life, sprinkles of consciousness, street consciousness, and just life in general. When I got over there, the focus became, oh, you could just go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, you know, they was like, oh, okay, well, damn, on certain songs, we could just go crazy. All right, cool. I'm about to go. Now we'll be playing with words even more. Right. You know what I'm saying? I was doing it in the past, but not to that level where it was just a constant thing. Like we might make fucking 5 songs where we ain't really said nothing but how ill we are. You know what I mean? So it was like, yo, that was a step up for me, you know, and I believe we all learn from each other. You know what I'm saying? You know, I hear my influences.
Of course,
you know,
of course, with everybody all across the board. That's what I said. Everybody's still sharp and still.
We all learn from each other. It was a still sharp and still.
Yeah.
You know?
So how was it? How did the situation get too shady? Like, how was it? Like, yo, we're gonna sign. We the best rappers. We're gonna sign with the best rapper. I mean, I don't know. My head would exploded being over there hearing all of these bars. So how did that work out?
Well, you know, it was we was on E1 at first. We did our first record on E1, and respectfully, E1 didn't really believe in us. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So what happened was they thought that they didn't understand that we had a lot of people with us. A lot of fans really liked our music, and they underestimated our release. Back then, it was hard copies still getting pressed up. They didn't press up enough hard copies, you know. They thought, oh, these guys will sell this amount. That amount was gone in 2 hours out of all the stores, all the Best Buys. You know what I'm saying? And they realized it came like, yeah, we dropped the ball. We didn't know that you guys would be this, you know, have this impact. And we was like, all right, cool. We gonna dip out. You know what I mean? And I had this song DJ Khalil produced. DJ Khalil sent me a beat, and it was for my solo album, right? But I was working with Slaughterhouse at the time, and I was like, yo, I thought to myself, this song would be more impactful if I put the gang on it with me. You know what I mean? So I called Royce. I said, listen, I got this joint from DJ Khalil. I think it'll be good for the gang. I'm about to send it over to you. Check it out. He listened to it. He loved it. And we built this joint called The One. And The One was on the E1 album, but I'm talking about it because it's one of the songs that Marshall told me was part of his deciding factor to sign Slaughterhouse. He heard
Marshall, call him Marshall. You just gonna call him Marshall casually?
Yeah.
That's what you do? Casually call him Marshall? Okay. Heard
My
you.
bad.
It's a light stunt. It's a light stunt.
Light flex. Go ahead, light flex.
All right.
Yeah, he was like, yo, that song right there. He was like, because when I heard that song, I knew that y'all could all gas, but I didn't know that y'all could write songs like that. And he was like, that was very instrumental in his decision to sign Slaughterhouse, you know what I mean? And he had a pre-existing relationship with Royce. They had some bumpy roads, you know, some misunderstandings that they were trying to patch up and things of that nature. And I just think the stars lined up because, like you said, Luck, if you gonna get in the building with somebody who has the power to push a marketing budget on you, who has the power to help you spread your music around, you kind of want to be in there with somebody who understands lyricism if that's what you're selling, you know?
Right. And then, because you had told us earlier, so these tours, the biggest tours that you were telling us about, this is what you and your brothers and the group, like, y'all went over to Japan and all of these places together. Is that when, because I know that at first, when you guys first got together, it was sending records out, lay a verse. And then you guys built a brotherhood. Obviously, it came from touring and just recording with each other. Am I right?
Yeah, we started to bond. We started to bond on tour. We stayed on the road a lot. We was bonding, learning about each other, you know. And that's where it felt like we had a friendship. That's where it felt like we had a brotherhood, you know what I mean? But I guess it's kind of like whatever. You gotta really chill with somebody for like a year or 2 years before you really know. You know what I'm saying? But a couple months on the road together, having some fun. Plus, we was wild back then. I'm 6 years sober right now. You know what I mean? But
praise God.
But back then, you know what I'm saying? We turning bottles up every night. You know what I mean? Everybody fully loaded. It was a frat house party, you know what I mean, on the stage. So a lot of stuff goes unnoticed because you in that zone, you know what I mean? But it was cool. It was definitely some good times. We did the Tech 9 tour.
Shout out Tech 9, number
tour.
1 paid independent artist. Shout out Tech 9.
Shout out Tech 9. That tour right there made us men. You know what I'm saying? Because Tech 9 is a road warrior. Ain't nobody going on the road like Tech 9. I don't care who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like Tech 9, we had to do like 56 shows in like 60 days. You know what I'm saying? So we had like 4 days off. And those days was getting to the next town. Right. You feel me? So it wasn't like we was relaxed somewhere in a suite, nigga, watching Netflix. It was, you on the bus. You know what I mean? And we did those shows back to back, you know? And it was just like, yo, this dude is a beast. But it taught us a lot. You feel me? It taught us about the road. It taught us about, you know, performance, meet and greets, and, you know, how to preserve your energy for the next show. You know what I mean? Like, we learned a whole lot on the road. And yeah, you're right though. Long story. I mean, I made a drawn out answer, but you're right. That's where the bond started. You know what I mean?
Because here on the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show, there go Babs. Here on the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show, we give flowers, and we definitely, you know, we always want to learn about somebody's career and just, you know, drop jewels and gems to people who are watching now live or when we, you know, put it out later. But I mean, like I said, you my brother. We were together all weekend, and I had no idea what was going on. I said, hey, that's the same outfit, you know what I mean? So tell us about the album that's out now, and then.
When you first decided to name the album the Rise and Fall of Slaughterhouse, you already knew that was going to bring some controversy. Like, how do you feel about the other two members and how they're receiving your album?
I look at it like if Michael Jordan did a documentary, I look at it like Scottie Pippen is going to be in the doc. Steve Kerr is going to be in the doc. You know, Phil Jackson is going to be in the doc. You know, it's part of his story. You know what I mean? So if I tell a story about Slaughterhouse, there's going to be mentions of all of the members. The camera is going to pan on everybody because the story is about Slaughterhouse. Now, you know, a lot of it for me personally, not even for Joel, it was just that the last time we dropped the album, it was 2012. Okay? It's 2022. That was 10 years ago. You feel me? So in those 10 years, I kept trying to put the group back together. I took flights to New York to sit with Paul Rosenberg. I took flights to Detroit to sit with Eminem. I took flights to Detroit again to sit with Royce. I'm trying to put the group together. Royce say, come over here. We're going to make some music, and then we're going to finish a new album. All right, cool. I catch a flight. I'm staying out there for 2 weeks. I'm making music with him, you know, trying to put it together, you know. And all of the efforts, none of it really amounted to anything. So, and if it's not that's not my perspective, that's facts, because 10 years ago we released the album. 2022, there has been no album since. So it gotta be a reason for that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all of the efforts, it just didn't work. And I finally had to accept that, you know what, this is over. I need to close the chapter on this in my life because it's bringing me low vibes. Every time I talk, another conference call, another this, it's bringing me low vibes. It's disturbing my mental peace. You know what I'm saying? So I need to close this chapter in my life. And I'm going to tell my story because since I was a kid, I went in the booth when I was 8 years old. That's the first time I ever spit a rap. I've been talking about my life in the booth since I was 8. This is a part and a chapter of my life. So I got all rights to talk about my life. You know what I mean? Now, if they don't like it, I can't be mad at that. You know, I ain't mad at that. But nobody is going to tell me I got to ask for permission to talk about my life. You know what I mean? Musically, because that's what I've been doing. When I left Deathrow Records, I made a DVD called Life After Death Row. Okay. With a mixtape with it. You know what I'm saying? I talked about my situation on Deathrow Records and how everything went. And y'all, this is what I do. This is my therapy. So it's like, yo, we gonna do this. This is over. You know, I brought a situation to the table just to give it one last shot. I didn't even, I maybe my laws of attraction, maybe I was so in doubt that it would happen that I was putting out, you know, the wrong frequency. You know what I mean? But I was like, yo, one more time. Here's a great deal, fellas. We could put the music out. It could come out through a system that has nothing to do with the universal system, because that's where all of the people who were opposing Joe, they were in the universal system. So I went to a whole nother system and said, all right, here's another system. They can't block you. They can't hate on you. Here's the deal. It's negotiable. Give me a call. You know, everybody called me but Joe. Joe said he didn't want to do the deal. I said, all right, well, tell Joe to call me so we can figure out why he doesn't want to do the deal, what he wants what does he want? They're like, well, we got to see the paperwork. Look, we're not going to go back and forth. I got juice with these people. You tell me what you want, and that's what we're putting in the paperwork. So the first time I present the paperwork to you, it'll be closer to what your idea of a great situation is. All this back and forth, that's crazy. Just give me a call. He never ring my phone, never called me. Weeks and weeks and months went by, and the deal just disappeared. You know what I'm saying?
It was weird, you know, because I had to watch these things last night, and you know me, I don't like any trouble. But you know, one thing that struck me as odd is Joe said, "I'm bigger than everything that you guys are doing." And I'm bigger than that, you know. And we all know that the podcast world has been, you know, very kind to Joe and what he's doing over there. But I feel like as a family, that's something that somebody shouldn't say. But somebody in the comments asked, would you do like Otis, and would you replace them like they did in the Temptations? Have you guys?
Yo, my phone been blowing up with people saying, yo, let me step in there. You know what I'm saying? They like, yo, let me step in there. But it's not. I don't want the Slaughterhouse brand anymore. Right. I want it out of my life. I don't want it. So they could do whatever they want with the Slaughterhouse brand. They could go get another member to replace me. You'll hear, I won't be bitter. I don't have no problems with that. I want to close that chapter of my life. I don't want to open it. I don't want to keep it up. So yeah, I mean,
is there potential that you and Joel might just formulate a duo and move forward as that?
Album dropped 311.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying, but is that like the continuation, like after now the continue on with that, or is this you guys saying your piece and then you're gonna go do your thing, Joel's gonna do his thing, and whatever the other two decide, what have you, the chips are gonna fall where they may, or are you and Joel now becoming your own entity?
I believe, me and Joel dropped a joint EP together called Hard. We did this right when the pandemic hit. So it kind of went under the radar because when the pandemic hit the country, everybody was kind of shook. You couldn't even get people to come out the house. It was quarantines. We couldn't get videos done. We couldn't get nothing done. So I was in New York, rest in peace, Fred the Godson.
Yeah. Oh, guy.
Fred was in the sessions with us on every song that we made. You know what I'm saying? And we did this joint called Hard. And you know, the pandemic it threw a monkey wrench in our promo plans. We couldn't roll it out how we wanted to. We couldn't do anything. So
was that with
this is actually the second one.
Was you guys working with Heat Makers? Was it what
yeah, we was with the Heat Maker. Shout out Arsonist.
Yeah, you know don't leave my bro out this combo.
You know what I mean? Shout out Arsonist, man. You know, shout out all the rap connoisseurs in the house right now. And I'm going to even shout out this kid right here who think that I'm capping right now. What's your name? Magic Mariachi. Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Did Joe and Royce know that you felt the way that you feel, that you was done with Slaughterhouse, that you know you felt like it was over because you know you burning the Slaughterhouse logo? Did they know before y'all released this that this is how you felt?
So what I did was I went back when Joe said he didn't want to do it. This was my final attempt. So Joe said he didn't want to do it. I said, all right. I asked Royce, you want to do it, just us three? You know what I mean? And he was like, he don't want to do nothing Slaughterhouse without all 4 members. So that, you know, that's no. That means no. You know what I mean? And, you know, Joel was on the phone. And it was real tough to hear that because I was like, look, Joe has publicly retired.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he has stayed pretty true to that retirement. I haven't heard him rap one time since he retired.
He don't even take pictures no more. I seen him at the Remy battle. He's like, I'm not even here to take pictures.
He don't even wrap Christmas presents no more.
Yeah, Joe has changed. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so he doesn't rap. And he's telling Royce, yeah, I'll rap. He's not, I don't believe that. And when he said he didn't want to do it or whatever, for whatever reasons, I'm not going to go, I don't know, shit. Whatever reasons you don't want to do it. And let me just be real clear right now. If we got business on the table, communications is rule number 1. If you're not communicating, you don't even have the position.
Now, may I speak? Now, me and Joe, we've had our shit. We both from Jersey. His mother and my mother, they talk on the phone all of the time, you know, right. But I come from Joe's perspective. Now, I can't speak for him, but I'm just guessing. You know, sometimes the music industry breaks your heart. Right. And sometimes, you know, so for him to go be extremely successful with the podcast scene, which would probably be the success that he wanted as a rapper, just like with 50 Cent. When 50 Cent dropped the vitamin water, he's like, man, fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? He sat down on stage and said, you know what I mean? Vitamin water. So, and I like, again, I don't want to speak for Joe because, you know, I have a hate relationship with Joe. But what I would say is that maybe from that end, it was like, yo, I got the bag here. So it's like, I'm going to retire rapping because rapping never got him, even though they both go together. And rapping didn't get him a check like him talking all day.
He's supposed to stay focused and pump it up. You heard? So from what I gathered from the live that I watched was Joe and Royce were saying that they never actually had turned down the deal. It really seemed like Joe wanted you guys to be on his heels, and he wanted you to continuously follow up and say, hey, the deal, we need the deal. What are you going to do about the deal? Because he was making it seem as though he didn't get more detailing and that he never said no. He might have came out of retirement. Maybe he might have Jay-Z'd us and, you know, tricked us, and he would have unretired.
Nah, he's a diva now.
And then it feels as though he's Beyonce, and Royce was definitely giving all types of Kelly energy. He was holding himself back from saying things, and he was definitely supporting. Like he said, he wasn't going to do it if Joe wasn't going to do it. But you could tell that they now have feelings behind it. You could tell they have some kind of regret, and you know, hopefully you guys, you can come to some kind of, you know, resolve. But you could tell that they did want to do it, but they wanted a chase. It's like the girl that has an attitude with her boyfriend. You like, what's wrong? She's like, nothing. But you know something. She hungry something. She wants you to chase her and figure out, are you hungry? You tired? You want a back massage? And that's what Joe wanted. He wanted somebody to, you know, coddle him. It feels like, and nurse his feelings on coming back into the industry because, you know, he's from New Jersey.
I mean, if he was looking for that, that might have happened 10 years ago. I might have been like, yo, man, let's do it, because that was my energy 10 years ago. But now my energy is, we too old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You either want to do it or you don't. You know what I mean?
That's the part that rubbed me wrong, you know, to say the part that, and I don't normally give this much opinion, but I had to watch everything because I'm fans of all you guys. I've worked with you guys one way or another, you know, with everybody in the group. So I am in this hip hop thing. And the only thing, you know, with the interview, it sounded like it's a lot of miscommunication, and there's nothing wrong with a mediator to come involved. I think ego definitely played a part on Joey's part. You know what I mean? For him to say, I'm bigger than everything that you guys are doing right now. I didn't think that was cool. And ego. Ego. And then, you know, I watched everything last night, and I will say, to not even put too much, you know, attention on it. I just think that you guys have an amazing album dropping Friday.
Mm-hmm.
It's a story to be told. It's the rise and fall, and you know sometimes people can bounce back. But I'm thankful that you guys opened up the dialogue. Of course, all of us, it's like we were flies on the wall for the first time in our lives because you guys, everybody did everything on live. But I feel like, you know, with such a successful group, I think that you guys, it's really a lot of miscommunication. And of course, there's other things in the background.
And hurt. You could tell they're hurt, Dr. Love.
It's a lot of miscommunication, look, and it's been this way for years. You see what I mean?
Difficult.
So when you know, sometimes when you're trying to be the best version of yourself, you got to cut things out of your life. I mean, you can't just keep living around triggers. You know what I'm saying? It's just not, it's not healthy. So it's funny that we talking about Slaughterhouse now because, you know, we talking about it because of the album. And now all of a sudden there's so much passion for Slaughterhouse. Where was that passion while those 10 years were passing by and I was behind the scenes trying to put it together?
Right.
Where was that passion? Now there's passion because this album and this title and burning shirts. And let me just get to that real quick because a lot of people mention the burning of the shirts. When LeBron left Cleveland, his fans burned his jersey.
Yeah.
That's what that symbolized.
Mm.
I'm leaving, I'm moving on. They were mad at me burning that's why they were burning the shirts on the video. They're mad that I'm moving on and closing that chapter in my life. And it symbolized that. You know what I'm saying? And when I say things like, you know, I gotta get rid of Slaughterhouse out of my life, that's just me being 1,000. I'm no longer allowing anything in my environment that doesn't match my energy, period. If I'm over here trying to create bags and good vibes for my people and they not doing that same thing for me, adios. I don't got time to play no game. So, you know, my whole thing is this. They can go and use Slaughterhouse. They can go and make music. They will make some great music together. You know what I mean? They could go do whatever they want to. They're not going to hear two sentences out of me about any of it. I'm relinquishing my ownership, you know, in that logo and all that kind of stuff. Whatever I got, y'all use it. You're not going to get me knocking on your door. Yo, I need a check. Y'all just use. Nah, go ahead. Y'all help build that house too. You know what I mean? Go tell your stories. You feel me? And it's all good. I mean, I heard some things on those lives that was not true. You feel me? But I choose to, anytime somebody attacks me or my character, I just choose to respond with truth.
Well,
Can I say this? Can I say this, please? Okay. So, you know, I was in a group before. And so I know what it feels like to be in a group. You know, everybody comes from different walks of life because, you know, that's what it is.
Different mental problems too.
This is what that's
different traumas.
This is what I'm saying. And so at the end of the day, I know how it feels, you know, and also to come together, and even though y'all came from different walks of life, y'all came together and y'all did something great. And at the end of the day, years go by and you're trying to figure it out. So for instance, with me, over the years, we done had people reach out, yo, we want to do a band reunion. We want to come together. Everybody's not on the same page. Everybody's going through different things in their life. Some people feel like they don't want to do it. Some people feel like they want to do it. Some people feel like they need to do it. And some people like, I don't need it. So at the end of the day, I felt like within my group that we had built a family, that we had a friendship. I don't know about everybody else's groups, but I felt like that. And when certain people wasn't on the same page as me, because for me, I needed the money. And so that was my reason for wanting to go back on tour after all of these years. I need this bread. I'm a mother, you know what I'm saying? I got to pay bills. Shit is real out here. I need this money. Somebody in the group felt like they ain't need the money.
Yeah, they
you know
on.
what I'm saying? they ain't need the money. They good. And so for me, after having this one-on-one conversation, that's why I had asked you, did they know how you felt? Because for me, when I spoke to my group member and I told my group member why I wanted to do it, why I needed to do it, and he still spent the block and said, I'm good, I felt like he was saying, fuck you, fuck your kid, I don't care, because it ain't no Ain't no iron team, my nigga.
Said
Ain't
he?
no
You
iron.
said he? It's
Ain't
like
no,
playing Guess
ain't no
Who. Okay.
iron team.
It's not,
Ain't no
not.
iron we. You know what I'm saying? And once I had this heart-to-heart conversation with you and kept it a buck, because it was a question he asked me. He said, Babs, why do you want to do this? And so once he asked me and I told him, and then he still said, I don't want to do it, but you're supposed to be my friend, my brother. At the end of the day, my kid is your nephew.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I mean? And so regardless of the fact that you don't want to do it, can you do it? You might not need to do it for you, but you need to do it for us. You shitting on 5 other motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I felt. So that's why I
Did you want to chop him out of your life after that?
So that's why I had asked you. Listen, at the end of the day, I was on some fuck you shit, because I felt like you said fuck me, so I said fuck you. So at the end of the day, that's why I asked, did y'all have those one-on-one
Did you kick him out the nest?
Did y'all have these one-on-one conversations before it led to you? Did they know exactly how you feel that you had that, and then, you know, you did what you did? Because I feel like for my group member, if he feel any type of way about anything that I have to say, like, my nigga, I already had these conversations with you up front, my guy.
Did you have a talk conversation with him 5
this.
times?
Hold
A
on,
top
hold
5
on.
conversation with him?
Yo,
or is he pushing P?
I didn't have these conversations. And so at the end of the day, I don't fuck with you, and I could say it on any platform and not give a fuck about it, my nigga, because you know what it's hitting for.
All right. So
Okay, well,
Yeah.
okay. And do
I
you
fuck
agree
with that energy, though. That's
sir,
real.
with being in the groups?
wait. What you say? What'd you say, Crook?
I say I fuck with that energy because it's real. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know, we've had many conversations. You know what I'm saying? And I fuck with that shit because, look, they talking about this bag. You know, oh man, y'all guys, he's doing it for the you sold us out for a bag, man. Listen, I am the epitome of my brother's keeper. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody, I got your back with, you know, we throwing hammers and wrenches in the trenches. You feel me? Period. And that's a big insult. That's a sign of disrespect. For you to come and really question my character after all the times that we talked and we had these conversations and you already know where I'm at mentally, you know, that's cool though. I mean, I feel like that the move caught them off guard because they probably didn't think that me and Joel would actually do something. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, I think that really there's a lot of times when they made us feel like we wasn't equals in a group. You see what I'm saying? And when somebody don't even have the decency to call you back and business is on the table, he definitely don't feel you his equal. Mm-hmm. You hear me? So even though I came in the group as a big boss, owning half of a jewelry store, you know, and handling my business, you know what I mean? That didn't matter. So it's like I never treated them like they weren't equals. You feel me? Even when I had all the power on the West Coast and, you know, the Wu-Tang thing popped off and I had to come, you know, have Joe's back. You know what I mean?
We remember that, Joe. We remember they laid hands on you, Joe.
You know, and I had to bring, you know, 30 East Siders with me, you know what I mean, to have his back, you know what I mean, and try to discuss and get the videotape and all that kind of shit. You know, like this is real solid shit.
We remember that, Joe.
You know what I mean? So they can't really say that I wasn't there. They can't never say that I didn't, you know, stay in the trenches with them. And to not be treated as an equal, but to be expected to do business with somebody who doesn't want to see you as, you know, an equal, to me, that's crazy. That's insulting. And he talks all this paperwork stuff. And it's like, yo, bro, listen, we seen what happened with Maul and Rory. You know what I mean? Like let's just stop. Let's stop playing games here, man. We all grown. Let's stop playing games. You know what I mean?
And don't forget Clarissa, the first girl, Marissa, whatever. You can't keep a co-host, baby.
Now they writing names in the comments. Ransom.
Lord.
Listen,
yeah, but that's what
I'm saying.
I'm not here. Let me just say this. let me just say.
Joe had a drug addiction. And Joe's
Yo,
mind,
wait, hold up, love.
Let-
Like, not for nothing. This is some real shit. I don't mean to cut you off. No disrespect. Because I totally get it. I lived it. I lived being in the group. I lived the group popping. I lived the group. Niggas ain't doing shit. Everybody doing their own thing. Cause. Yo, I got a show for y'all. I got a bag for y'all. I got a bag for y'all. I got a bag for y'all. And I want my money. And niggas is acting funny. So at the end of the day,
Yo, listen real quick, not to cut you off, Queen. I'm sorry.
oh, go ahead, Crooked.
I'm not here.
wait,
I'm not
Crooked.
here.
Tell them niggas why you mad. So tell them niggas why
I'm
you
not
mad.
here. I'm not here to assassinate nobody's character. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I promise you. I come from my intentions are pure. I'm aligned with my truth right now. I'm not here to bash nobody.
I didn't get a chance to finish.
I'm not here to bash nobody.
I wasn't bashing.
I know you wasn't doing bash them. I'm just reading some of these comments, and I'm just letting these people know.
We don't read the
that-
comments. Don't worry about
okay,
that.
cool.
Let
But
the
I'm
rap
not
run.
here.
Yeah.
I'm not
Keep the
here
comments going.
I'm not here to do none of that. You feel me? I'm here to let it be known what my perspective is from all the information that's been put out there and what my mindset was going into this project. I wanted to talk about something that I've been through that's on my mind. I wanted to get it out of my mind, off my chest, so I can move on to another chapter in my life. That's it.
And my other side of it was like I wasn't bashing. Me, I like to look at us all as human beings. So what I'm saying is we even seen it with some of the legacy groups that we've had. Like things happen, there's misunderstandings. People are at different points in their life mentally. And then later on, it might be it's not right now, but yo, bro, I was going through this. Or bro, I saw it like this. Or bro, I was on this. That's all I'm saying. Because I'm from the Sugar Hill era. So I watched the Sugar Hill gang break up. They don't speak for years and now they on tour. So that was the place that I was coming from. I'm not here to bash anybody. I show love to everybody. I just said that, like, you know, just from watching the videos, it's miscommunication. But like, according to Babs, there's thousands of calls. You know, so everybody is where they at now.
I'm just saying overall, because somebody in the comments said, "Whose side are you on?" I ain't on no side.
I'm on the side of hip hop. You know what side I'm on?
Just talking from a group from being inside of a group. Everybody got their own feelings. Chopper did not have to go and do the tour if he didn't want to do the tour. But
Fired! Fired!
All right,
do I have to still fuck with him after that?
All right, wait, time out,
Wait,
Bunny.
hold up. No.
Okay.
Hold up.
Okay.
Do I still have to fuck with him after that? No. So he has his own rights. He's not wrong. This is not about wrong or right. This is about life. And that's just what it is. And so you got your own right to say, I don't want to do it. Okay. And I got my own right to say, I ain't fucking with you. And that's just it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who did beats on the album? Who are the producers on the album?
Okay, on the album we have Heat Makers. You feel me?
Arsonist!
You know what I mean? We got Hassami with the Tommy. We got
Brother too.
DJ Silk. Now DJ Silk has been an aftermath producer. He's been like one of Dr. Dre's right-hand men for 15 years. So I wanted to make sure I brought my brother Silk into the game and into the project because he just has knowledge of production, sound, sonics, all that kind of shit. So it makes a big difference. Who else we had on there? DJ Payne 1, you know what I mean? And my brother Divine, Fong Say You, so Sai You, Fong Sai You. So it's a real good body of work. And I think when people hear the body of work, they'll hear the honesty. They'll hear, the vulnerability. And they'll hear about the good times. They'll hear about what we perceived as bad times. And they'll hear about, what we plan to do in the future. And it's really a great body of work. You know what I mean? It is.
Yo, I believe you because you've been in the industry for so long, and I understand where you're coming from when you're writing chapters and, you're moving on and you're doing different things. And I think this is more of an art form than regular, you know, you guys should think about NFTs next, because I think it's more of an art form telling your part of the story and then,
Right.
you know, putting it out there. So I definitely appreciate you, you know, coming on the show and just telling us all about this. And like I said, I want to hook you up with Mims because he's in the NFTs, in the metaverse.
Word.
Babs is on it. Babs
Word.
got a movie
Wait,
that she's
I
writing.
do.
And I'm not
I
in it.
Word.
Hold up, Crooked. Let me say this. I watched that fucking video. I was telling Luck earlier because when she said, yeah, because you know I got this record with Crooked, I said, you better not have let him body you on this record.
How can
Because
somebody body Luck? Luck come
Yo,
on there with that
yo.
voice and just start breaking shit down. I'm heavyweight.
Listen, and I'm listening, I'm watching the video, but the whole time my head is like this. Okay? And because you just spitting. You just
Yeah,
spitting.
thank you.
So, you know, I'm just like, yo, that's why I told Luck, I said, yo, when somebody make you do this, you just stuck. Just like you don't even realize. You like, 'cause it's just boom, 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 boom. So at the end of the day, I just wanted to let you know that the new record, I love it. I love the delivery. I love the flow. I'm sad to see that, you know, this is going on with Slaughterhouse because, you know, like I said, the group shit, the memories, everything that, you know, you built as a group. And hopefully that y'all could get right in the future. But on another note, the record is fire. If y'all haven't seen the video, make sure y'all go check out the video. It's out right now. The shit is at something million views. I said, yo, I got to link with this nigga because his views is up, okay?
Yeah.
That's right.
Let's
I
get
said,
it.
wait a minute, what's going on here? And so at the end of the day, it's a fire record. And I just love the flow and the delivery and the content. Dope shit.
I
Thank
love
you very
ending
much.
on a good note. But
Thank you.
Ryan
That's what's
in
up.
the comments is asking me too many questions, so I want to say this. I watched something on what's my guy's name? Skills, Mad Skills. Mad Skills had a meme up where basically it was Kanye West, and you watch the documentary right now, Genius, how much Talib Kweli and Mos Def helped his career. And how they opened up every resource that they had, let my man come on stage and really tried to get him a record deal.
Right.
Then the next slide was Kanye on Drink Champs. Talib, I'm sorry, I never fucked with your rhyme skills. And no, and then he actually made a joke, said he was using them.
Right.
I'm not saying these people who are not agreeing to move on to the next level was using anybody, but maybe at that point in time in their career, they needed what was going on. And now that other things are occurring, they feel differently.
That could be it. And let me tell you something. I still fuck with their music. You know, I'm not going to get on here because I'm not in Slaughterhouse and say Royce don't make amazing music. I ain't gonna say Mood Music was an amazing series from Joe Budden. You know what I mean? See, to me, if everybody is honest, maybe one day we could get to that level where we can all talk. But we can't talk until honesty walks in the room. That's for me. We gotta be super truthful about everything. And what I've been seeing has not been a lot of truth. There's been some truths, but you can't dilute it. You know, Rakim told us that on Follow the Leader. It can't be mixed or diluted. You feel me? So you got to tell the straight truth, the facts. We got to hold ourselves accountable. You know, I was drunk half the time, cussing motherfuckers out sometimes. You know what I mean? And fucking up some of the energy in important times. You feel me? So I take responsibility for that. You know what I mean? And it's like everybody got to take accountability for the roles that they played. And I'm not finna try to tell people what they did. I'm just going to tell you how I perceived your actions. And at the end of the day, words, they could be beautiful. Words matter. I live in a world of words my whole life. Doing this, spitting freestyles. Words mean a lot to me, but actions mean more. It's been 10 years. We haven't had no movement on it. Now we getting movement on it because of what, you know, the move I made. And
I love it.
Hey, I just wanna get out there with the music, get out there with the art, you know what I mean? And have the people get a fan something. I really did this for the fans, and that's what people like. They like, oh,
They deserve it.
Back. This is for the fans. Y'all don't understand. Everywhere I go, into the grocery store, into the mall, into the Foot Locker, everybody asked me, yo, what's up with Slaughterhouse? Why didn't it go down? Why we never got Glass House? Why didn't we never see you guys touring again? Why? Okay, well, here's your answers from my perspective. Those other two gentlemen, they're free to give the answers from their perspective. You're not going to hear nothing come out of me. My slogan is rap about it. Just go in there and rap about it, and we going to be straight. You're not going to, they could go in there and say whatever they want to say, dog. It don't matter to me. You know what I mean? Because I'm moving forward. I'm every day with the audio books, the meditation, the visualization, the eating plants and all that kind of shit. I'm trying to better myself right now. And if it's a trigger, if it's something that's going to take me backwards, I can't have it. Just for me, I can't have that. You know what I mean? So it's all good. And like you say, ending on a good note, look, the album is fire.
Talk about it.
Flowing out here. You know what I mean? But the album is fire. I don't care. You got to hear the album.
And before the album drop, make sure that y'all stream Woke Don't Mean Broke, because me and Crook got some plaques when we went down there. Shout out to Billy Carson.
Hey,
he's going to be on the show.
Look, I was so proud of you when we was in Florida this weekend. Yo, Luck got them knowledge bars. You know what I'm saying? She was having conversations. She talking about everything. I'm like, what? Hold up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you really,
I remember,
man, you
me
on
and
the
Billy
studies.
talking.
That's grown lady luck.
That's how I found Billy Carson. But that's how I found Billy Carson, because I jumped down the rabbit hole. So, and I said, now don't go sound stupid down there when you sitting with.
Nah, you was on point.
I'm stupid when you sit with this man. So I remember we all at the table. We all eating, and at one point I said something, and then Cook even turned. I saw his head turn, like, all right, look. I said, yeah, I've been on my shit.
Yeah. High vibrations, for real.
Yeah, don't go down there sounding stupid. Now, we had a great time in Florida this weekend. We shot the video for Woke Don't Mean Broke. Shout out to Donnie Arcade. That's my guy. Shout out to Billy Carson. We had a great time out there. You know, we had our ladies. Our ladies was looking good. They had high class. It was nothing but ghosts and Maybach. So we had a great time. We had a chef breakfast at the Ritz-Carlton. Okay? I was there.
Next time you do a video and I'm not there, we got beef, B. And that's on everything.
That's how this show even got started, Crook, because she was telling me she wanted to do a podcast. I was doing one with Miss Lissa, and Bab started threatening me. She's always threatening me. Okay?
Yeah. Come on, Bab.
Yo, but we definitely appreciate you.
You gotta muscle your way in, Crook. You know how that is. It's a love threat. It's a love
yeah.
Now she means she from Brooklyn, but she from Brooklyn. Well,
like, show me you care. Show me your thrill. Show me your love.
Yeah,
show me.
No, she definitely is. But yo, Crook, you are a legend in this game. You are definitely a legend on the West Coast. You put it down for the West Coast. It's like you said, this is another chapter in your life. I'm being positive, you know, maybe a mediator, maybe prayer, maybe this whole thing that happened, whatever the devil meant for evil, God will make good. So maybe this whole situation will be the one that gets the conversation started. But whatever it is, I wish you guys much peace, love, and success. And Joel, I love Joel. I love you.
Thank you. Love you too.
And I love Royce. So, you know, it's been a long time that I've known everybody. So we definitely appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all stream Woke Don't Mean Broke. It's out right now. And make sure Friday y'all get all y'all copies. And we definitely gonna link up to do the to talk about NFTs with Mims later on.
Yes,
all right,
thank you so much. Thank you so much for this exclusive. This is the Crooked. Listen, this is the fucking exclusive. Let's go, love.
Let's go.
Crooked Eyes, my guy. Forever though. I'm talking MySpace days, guys. I'm talking about when he had the white tuxedo. Okay.
Yeah, we go back like the seats in the Cadillac, for real.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you for joining the show. Tell everybody I said what's up, man. It's much love. I'm gonna hit you later on, man.
Yo, shout out Krishna. I see you, boy. Maria, I see y'all. Peace.
Yeah, now everybody's in there. We're gonna do this NFT. Okay, there's a lot of big things going on. Ladies, I love y'all. And everybody who stayed for the whole episode. I mean, it was an extended show. Cause Luck be forgetting that she booked 2 people at one time. So let's go. So you know what I mean? We working, man. Anything before we go?
Make sure everybody in the comments, make sure y'all follow Luck, make sure y'all follow Miss Lissa, and make sure y'all follow me, Brooklyn Babs. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday live, 12 p.m. Eastern time. Y'all already know it's the lit situation. Thanks for all the new viewers that came in, all of our viewers that's always in. Y'all already know the vibe. Queen of the Ring, March 26th. Hit the link in my bio right now and see what's going on. It's a vibe, man. Pull up. It's lit.
And what's my favorite slogan?
Give it up for the lady.
Listen.
Let's go.
Listen.
Have a great day, everyone. You know, say it, claim it, write it down, make it happen, manifest positivity. We're gonna just lead with love. Pray for your haters, and we'll see you guys later.
And y'all could definitely
Wednesday.
check Miss Lissa out. Okay, that fly gear that she's wearing, the fly shades that she's wearing, you can check it out on
MissLissaKnows.com. Al. Don't forget to use the code LUCK and save $1.
All right, and ladies and gentlemen, you already know. Follow your girl, Lady Luck. We are out of here.
Wait a minute.